All right, here we go. Fluffy Aimers on the CT side. Wildcard on the T side. Map number 2, Nuke. Wildcard already having won game number 1. Let us see how it goes. So we've got armor for 4 members of Fluffy Aimers and 4 members of Wildcard, and a couple of pieces of utility. Along with this P250 for Slight, it's going to be an outside play to start things off here for Wildcard. You'll love to see it. Slight going to open things up with First Blood onto Peeping. Flash not really working out for Fluffy Aimers. Slight going to double it up. I'm going to look for more. Just keep pushing. Has the armor. Slight's like, I'm the raid boss. Fight me. IRL, you cowards. Darty to pick up kill number 3 here. Wildcard really looking good on this pistol round. But, oh, sacrifice with a triple. What the heck? Darty puts him down, but that was ridiculous. Those USP shots are absolutely lethal. So that is a nice quick test around for Wildcard. My goodness. They are going to just take those weapons outside. I mean, what are Fluffy Aimers going to do with these pistols? They're going to put 3 players over towards ramp is what they're gonna do. I guess not the worst idea, you know, the pistols, they do better when you have more of them, and they do better in these close quarters. And I think Wildcard know that. This is their map pick, and they're just gonna take things outside, make the nice open environment here. I like the Zeus that we've got waiting in vents. Oh, a little bit of a T-Tours here, but Wildcard takedown 4, and now it's just Peeping and his Zeus all alone against 4 members of Wildcard. Might still be in position to at least catch one by surprise. And honestly, if you get that one, you get that gun, it's a good setup. I'm going to be doing down on the A-bomb site for Slight. This is where it's time for Peeping sneakiness, but Freshy calls him out, says, I know you're gonna go lobby, I got you. Now we get a full buy. And it looks like Wildcard, as you see with many players, are sticking with their SMGs from the previous round instead of buying it up. And as far as maps go, Nuke is a good map to do that on. Those SMGs have plenty of space to really activate around, so Nuke is a good map for all of the weapons in Counter-Strike. It's just nice. You have your close spaces, you've got your big wide spaces, you have your places for operas to play, you can play an auto sniper if you want, you could do it all. I guess except for the M249. If you're actually buying the M249, then you're really trolling. Good movement here from Wildcard, though. They take over the ramp. Just it's perfect timing. Leersey pushed off. Is going to take down 1. Gets the double as well, but a good dunk from Freshy ends his terror. And it is going to put it into the 3v4 here for Wildcard. They do have the bomb in hand, in Freshy's hands. Ooh, and we've got Slight. All 3 players in the back hallway just waiting to see what Fluffy Aimers will do. And they'll come down their secret, right? And a Cryptic's Crosshair for 2. And that is why you never need to really upgrade that SMG. Sometimes you just find the kills, and then you take your opponent's weapon, and then you don't need to buy anything. It's financially stable. At least for you, not really for your opponents. Your opponents are going to be unhappy that they've lost their weapons. Alright, well, Wildcard doing a good impersonation of their opponents on the last map. Just racking up those T-side rounds. Hey, what maps are we playing? Oh, I don't know. Some of the most historically CT-sided maps of Vertigo and Nuke. Oh, okay. What's happening? Well, you see, the T-side is winning a lot. Ooh, good boost from Peeping, though. Takes down Darty. Rips his head off. Boosting up behind Unbreakable. That's a fun little strategy. Ooh, we do have the AWP in the hands of Slight this round as well. But it is going to be pistols for 3/5 of Fluffy Aimers. We'll see how they can pull this round out. One kit for Peeping. Rifle's going to be tossed over to Leersey, Peeping down on 15 HP. Doesn't want to have to hold on to that and lose it. He won't even be the first one to go down. Brett and Cryptic take down Jason and Peeping. Take the advantage for the Wildcard side. Ooh, Leersey, good peek from heaven. Spots Cryptic and does take him down, but that's one and done. And it's going to be the rest of the round controlled fully for Wildcard. I'm going to be put down as well. Dia not going to risk pushing through the smoke. Just going to hang out, head outside. Ooh, might get caught out here. Does, and well, that is the risk when you're walking around with your knife out. Sometimes someone comes around with a gun, makes things awkward. And interesting, we have a T-side timeout. Alright, we are going to be going into a nice full buy round for both of these teams, Peeping with the AWP as well, so full weapons, good utility on the Wildcard side, not so great on the Fluffy Aimer side, but they're just trying to work with what they can, and the CT side going to be always more expensive. They really need to try and take back momentum here. It's going to be tough because Wildcard money is looking pretty good. See if they can make a comeback. Well, honestly, it's 4 rounds. It's not a comeback time. It's just playing the map. We'll see what happens. Wildcard playing around outside once again. Get your typical smoke wall put down. Fluffy Aimers are going to go into a lobby crunch. All right. Ooh. Alright, Cryptic not allowed to push into garage. Okay. Sacrifice in position in secret. Good for the first. Gonna back off a little bit. Not be traded back. Decent nade on the Slight, but it's not enough to put him down. Wildcard happy with just getting this bomb down. Making their way out. Okay. Peeping takes down Freshie, will be traded down by Darty, but Jason on site, waiting outside of Toxic, and Fluffy Aimers get a clean wipe out of it. And they will take their first round on the CT side. Whew. But like I said, it's going to take more than one to break the money of Wildcard. But this is going to be the pivotal round for both of these teams. Wildcard win it, it's going to probably mean Fluffy Aimers on the eco and a good position for Wildcard to make 2. If Fluffy Aimers win it, then it's probably going to be looking like pretty close to evened out for both of these sides here before Wildcard put together a new buy. Slight does have good money though. Ooh, Peepy going for the risky hut peek. Brett will punish him for it. And it's going to be the A push. Fluffy Aimers are not ready for this push out of hut. Freshie and Brett take kill after kill and leave it all up to Dia. 1 versus 3. Does have the op. So, ever dangerous, it will be Dia. But it is going to be the bomb to go down for Wildcard, and it is, well, I'm repeating myself, and it is, and it is, and it is, and it is, and it is. Looks like Wildcard are not going to go hunting for this. Again, really trying to hold on to every single rifle you possibly can is the smart decision here. Man, someone went absolutely ham with the Navi stickers on the Wildcard guns. You got Slight's AK, you got Darty's AK, and here's Brett, and you can't even see his gun. Alright, bit of a pause time. Fluffy Aimers just taking a second to take stock of the game. Enough money to go for at least some of a buy here. Actually, no. The money on Learcy and Sacrifice looks good. They'll likely be bought up as well into this round. So not the end of the world for Fluffy Aimers. They can definitely make a comeback here. Ooh, Slight with a little bit of a miss nade. Not the end of the world. Still gonna have this smoke wall going down outside. And leave plenty of room for Wildcard to play around. It looks like Wildcard are ready for the push. Freshie holding hut yet again. I think Wildcard have done their homework on Fluffy Aimers. They know that they are ego players. They like the push and kill. But it is gonna be Learcy heading off the aggression. Well, I say that. The smoke does stop Wildcard for a good solid time. Smoke, flash goes in. Okay. Here, we might finally see the first kill of the round, and it will be Dia taking down Cryptic, trying to sneak into secret. It's gonna give Wildcard some time to be like, wait a minute, I wonder how many are on the upper site. So we get a good squad rotate. 25 seconds left in the round. Wildcard having not found anything of their opponent's aggression. Good Molotov to put down. Quick kill on the Peeping. Sacrifice going to be taken down in rafters. Oh, no smoke for Dia. And a double kill for Dia as well, but now in the 1 versus 1, Freshie is going to get the bomb down. Now we get the good old 1v1. Learcy gonna sneak around, spots the barrel of Freshie, knows he's right here. And the takedown is all too easy. Learcy with more than enough time to pick up a weapon and a kit and get the defuse. Wildcard still thoroughly in the driver's seat. Gonna have enough money to buy right on back in. Still have the money for the op for Slight and nearly full utility. But this is the round that makes or breaks the economy for both of these sides. Freshie being the nade guy. Ooh, Dia, good shot. Stopping the outside attention of Cryptic and the rest of Wildcard. Well, this could be the round that breaks Wildcard's money. Already, Fluffy Aimers with the driver's seat. And they're in the right positions to keep catching people with these ops. Dia gonna take a second. Really playing well around Heaven. Sacrifice gonna stop the lobby push. You don't expect someone to be that close. Good trade for Slight, but he's not going to be expecting peeping inside the vent. I bet we're going to see the bomb grab and... No, Slight thinking maybe better of it. Nope. Nope. Gonna try to head down vent, and it's going to be all too easy for the M4 and Fluffy Aimers to clean up the round. 4 players surviving too. There's going to be pistols for the Wildcard side. More accurately, it's going to be Glocks. Which are dangerous in large numbers. Which is why Fluffy Aimers are really keeping their distance. Peeping really likes to play this second vent. This is just... Like, he's been there a few rounds now. I feel like you can't play that every round. He's already been mollied off of it. Fluffy Aimers really locking down this A-bomb site. Just... They've got 3 people on it and 1 in Heaven. Or no, 2 people in it and 1 in Heaven. Alright. Jason to start things off. Brett doing a little bit of a surfing move. But it is going to be the rest of the team falling apart on the upper bomb site. And it's going to be Fluffy Aimers with a 4th. So it's going to be the full buy now for Wildcard, looking to try and keep Fluffy Aimers on the back foot. Well, I say they're trying to keep Fluffy Aimers on the back foot, but the money for the Fluffy Aimers side looks just completely fine, so it is going to be just... Even if they lose, they're going to rebuy in. But even just keeping it from going to even scoreline would be great. Again, Nuke. Very CT-sided map, though not as much as it used to be. I don't know how many people... Ooh, okay, good first blood here. Good first blood for peeping, taking down the player outside. And the molly shuts down the inside push as well. But Brett gonna try outside yet again, and peeping gonna be taking the brunt of that, but the bomb will be dropped outside of this fire. 3 versus 4 for Wildcard as the second minute ticks down, and they're not going to be expecting the lobby crunch from Jason. The heads are popped. Wildcard obliterated. Brett gonna at least manage to sneak down to the B-bomb site, find himself a pick. But this is looking more and more like it's gonna be Fluffy Gamer's round, except Brett says no. Brett's like, I got 3 and I got 2 more to find, and I've got 20 seconds. You gonna be an ace? And Fluffy Gamers go no. They tuck in, and that'll be that. We're going to get a timeout for Wildcard to try and figure out, okay, what's the next step? Scoreline evened out at 5 aside. What is the next step? It's going to be an eco round. Brett going to get to at least stick with that AK. Unfortunately, going to be stuck with lower money due to timing out in that round. All right, so we are going to get some force round of pistols here for Wildcard. No armor on Cryptic or Freshy. They seem to have gone with the buy down to 2,000. Oh, that nade. That is a chonker of a nade. Cryptic lit down to 37. Darty lit down to 69. Nice. And that's going to be Wildcard starting things a bit of a rough start this round, but they're still going to make it down to Secret, peeping with a pretty good spray, but it's not enough. Cryptic gonna be the first one taken down. This off put the task, but Slight and Brett trade it right on back. Turn us into a 3v3. The op removed, the rifles removed. Then Freshy with the D and adjacent. This was a save round, or a mostly save round. It was an eco round, and Wildcard have ripped it wide open. It's still Fluffy Aimers with the win. That was way more than they needed to lose. And it is going to be the full buy for Wildcard. Sadly for the Wildcard side, Fluffy Aimers with more than enough money to keep up on the buys, and with the wins from the past 2 rounds, they're still looking good money-wise, so they'll just buy that right back up and be happy about it. And the nades not doing as much work this time around. Oh, the timing just missed by peeping. So this is interesting that Fluffy Aimers are playing so defensively outside. I mean, I guess it's a rough position to play because this is just where all the nades go. So we'll see Sacrifice peeking his head out, Secret spotting out the player and saying, nope, that's good. You guys can have that outside. Stay outside as long as you like. Don't bring that inside. So I don't know why we're not able to see Brett's weapon. This was a bug that happened last time I watched Nuke, and it seems to be still here. That's okay. I'm sure CS2 fixes that. Wildcard keeping things nice and quiet until the last seconds. Peeping and Dia ripped apart, and that's going to be the upper bomb site taken full control by Wildcard. Kill after kill, they figure it out. And And it's going to be sacrificed now, looking for the 1 versus 4 here. I don't think it's going to happen, but we will see. And it will be the bomb to go off here. As Wildcards even things back out at 6 aside. This is once again a very dangerous looking T side. Fluffy Aimer's going to be perfectly happy to buy back in. They've got plenty of money left in the coffers. But at 6 T side rounds, you're going to start to worry a little bit. At 7, you're going to start to sweat. At 8, you'll grit your teeth. And at 9, well... you hope your opponent are playing overly aggressive and you can take advantage. Alright, so we got 3 okay, good start for Brett. Wildcard head down to secret, but it's not going to be Brett going with. So Wildcard, how do they play this 4v5? Cryptic already snuck down into secret, and the rest of the team hanging out outside, waiting for someone to stick a head out. We're going to take this round a little bit slowly, a little bit carefully. Wildcard really taking their time, not over peaking, not overstaying. Well, I say that it's time for the quick activation. Cryptic with the double, and it might just be the upper site overtaken. Good peak by Learcy, but will be traded by Freshie. And the Fire going to take down Dia, put us into the 1 versus 1, and Freshie, in a matter of seconds, it's all over. Wildcard pull ahead once again here on their T side. And look to just take over the game. There's not going to be enough money left for Fluffy Aimers to rebuy. So it's just going to be pistols. A few deagles, a couple of P250s, and a flashbang. All they're able to muster. It looks like they will be looking for their full buy on round number 15. And the aggression gonna be just put down. Freshie with the triple. Just, they keep walking into his crosshair. Sacrifice all that remains now. Does have the Deeg, is on the correct site, but is gonna be put down. All 5 members for Wildcard surviving. All right, last round of the first half. No ops for Fluffy Aimers, no kits either, I should point out. Which is, well, it's a bold plan. We'll see if it pays off. It's gonna start off well. Good kills coming in for them. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Freshie left all alone. Freshie now waiting for the push, and Peeping gonna end him, clean up the round, and even things, get things as close to even as they possibly can be for the Fluffy Aimers. Well, it's a good half. I mean, it's a good half for Wildcard more so than anybody. You know, you're going to be happy starting off your CT side with 8 rounds. Can Fluffy Aimers do a good impression of their opponents on the last map and pull the T-side comeback? We do have armor on 4 per side. We've got the dualies for Slight. We've got the P250 for Leersey, so a couple of upgraded pistols looking good. It's going to be starting things off over towards ramp for the Fluffy Aimers. Wildcard will spot it. Cryptic going to just get away. Be happy with it. Fluffy Aimers not really interested in heading down the ramp. They're going to head over to Hell and try to pull something off that way. But Brett is waiting in CT's spawn, comes in from outside to just take off the heads of 3 of them. So it's just Jason and Leersey left in a minute to play. It's going to be Cryptic joining in the feed for 2 as well. Wildcard with a full house of kills. If you play poker, you know that joke. So no bomb plant means no weapons, no primaries for the Fluffy Aimers, so it's going to be just upgraded pistols and not even a scrap of armor. And I think Wildcard are fully aware of exactly what their opponents are going to be having, but it might not matter. Good trade for Dia. Deagle coming in absolutely clutch to trade his teammate out. But Brett not going to allow them to push into mini. And oh, this is just a good rat for Slight as well. Wildcard. Keep it to 2 dead. And that works out perfectly because they ended up losing 3 MP9s, but they still got to retain both of the rifles that they decided to start that round with. It is going to be the full buy this round for the Fluffy Aimers. They've got the rifles, they've got the armor. And I should note, Wildcard have opted to go without hits. They're like, we are going to stop the Fluffy Aimers from even getting to the sites. They're not going to get the bomb down. We don't need hits. We're not going to have anything to defuse. And so far as looking correct, 2 kills go their way right and early. Cryptic makes it a double. And Fluffy Aimers down on 2 remaining, both on Galil's too, which is just like, you don't even have the one-shot headshot. Leersey can at least recover the AK of his teammate, but this is going to be a rough round, a rough minute for Fluffy Aimers. Ooh, Jason spotted out, quickly removed by Darty. And it's just going to be Leersey all alone, 1 versus 4. However, there are 2 members of Wildcard that are low on HP. He can at least find a couple of frags, but he's already been spotted out. He will take down Slight. Good little tap. Now has to find the remaining 3. Here's Brett just jumping around by second vent. Gonna deal some damage and ooh, good wall banging, but it's not enough. Darty cleans him up, and that is gonna be that. That is going to be Fluffy Aimers back on a save. Don't worry, they still have rounds to go. If they go to fully cosplay their opponents, Wildcard have to make it to 14, and then we're going to see Fluffy Aimers go on an absolute tear. They will be stopped in vending by the fire, though. gonna be the pistol. Oh, good start to things. Dia takes down Freshie with a nice headshot. That's gonna be the weapon going into the hands of the Fluffy Aimers as well. Ooh, Jason going crazy, pushes onto site and removes Brett as well. That's the Fluffy Aimers in control. A Wildcard have to go, wait a minute. We did buy kits, right? And yeah, Cryptic does have a kit. So this could still be the defuse for Wildcard. There's still enough utility to go for this. The question is, do they want to? There's enough money as well on Freshie and between the 5 of them to put together another buy. So they could still just save these weapons and choose to let their opponents have this one. It also would mean that they're not losing any weapons to give to their opponents for free. So I think saving probably the smart decision. Okay, well, we've got the op for Slight. We've got the op for Slight. I do like that. So it's going to be the full buy for both of these teams. Ooh, and Brett doing what his opponents couldn't and getting a successful hut push. Oh gosh. The push is coming from all over the map. Wildcard lobby crunching. This is the crunchiest lobby I've ever seen. Slight gonna take down Peeping. Give their opponents the 3 versus 5 that they had to deal with in the previous round. Giving Fluffy Aimers slight hope before ripping it apart. Fluffy Aimers really still looking to get onto this A-bomb site. Quick trade, Jason and Darty. 1 for 1, put us into the 2 versus 4 now. Dia and Sacrifice now have to try and figure out where to go. Dia does have the bomb, so they could definitely still try to work their way around ramp or try to go for something outside. Sacrifice spotted by Darty. And that is just all that they can do. So it's just going to be Dia in this 1 versus 4 waiting around Squeaky. Slight just going to waltz on in and take him down. We're not gonna have a full buy for Fluffy Aimers. We have the Deagle for Dia. We also have MP9 for Brett. Where is he gonna be playing that? Gonna be playing that Squeaky. Good spot to play it. Or not. Alright. Just a little bit of a nade thing. It really is where you have to go on T side, is just you get your rifles and you go outside and then you go to secret. Fluffy Aimers following the Nuke protocols to a T. Get 2 players into secret. The rest of the players are waiting for the lobby crunch. Wildcard tucking in this time. They're not going for the aggression. They're going to make Fluffy Aimers use every second of this round. 50 seconds left and not a single frag, not a single point of damage so far. Fluffy Aimers are making a lot of noise on the B bomb site on the lower site. They are going to be heard out here for Wildcard. Well, Wildcard are already on site. Slight with the op and Brett with the MP9 gonna go for the push, go for the aggression, gets both of them. You're seeing Peeping left scratching their heads, but Jason at least going to trade one back on ramp. And Dia, wow, the rotations around makes it work. Now Cryptic left on site to try and defuse, try and hunt out Fluffy Aimers. Jason, good defense so far, takes down the second. Puts us into the 2 versus 2. One kit in the hands of Brett. All that Wildcard can bring to this one. Little tap for Darty. He will go for the hard... for the full... Well... I mean, there you have it. Sorry, my energy is definitely a little bit low tonight. I'm, still recovering. Thank you to everyone that is stopping by. I'll get some rest this weekend and I'll be right as rain for the casts next week. All right, we do have a full buy from both sides. Well, full rifles. Peeping has no utility. I didn't see if any of it got picked up and dropped, but ooh, okay. Good opening. Slight gonna go for a crazy aggressive spot with this off. And we're back on the lobby crunches for Wildcard. One kill falling back their way. Wildcard now. Fluffy Amber's gonna be in the 3 versus 4 here. Ooh, Peeping gonna be caught outside. It's just down to Dia once again. Dia the last one for the Fluffy Aimers. Does have the bomb and has the head of Freshie. And so Dia will just head on down to the B bomb site and try to make something work. 1 versus 3 does have a good minute and 5 seconds left. So plenty of time to work around this site and try to at least take some more weapons out of the hands of Wildcard. And, well, will take down Slight. Looking in the wrong spot there. Tap on the bomb, but Cryptic is ready for Dia. And that'll be 14 for Wildcard. All right, so if we're going to follow the last game, now Fluffy Aimers will win 6 in a row. Bring us to 14-14. All right, we do have a timeout. Time for me to catch my breath. My goodness. Okay, timeout ticks away. Will we get the comeback? Dia deciding I'm not saving for overtime. We're either going to win it here or we're not. So goes for the AK with the rest of the team on Tech 9s. Maybe he's been playing too much CS2. He thought he could sell it back, but nope, you can't do that in CSGO. Fun fact is if you look at Dia's CS2 ranking on Faceit, he is the highest ranked CS2 player in this game. So Dia definitely getting the playtime in for the new game. Honestly, I think a lot of players are probably getting their time in for CS2 and, well, you see what happens. Fluffy Aimers wiped out with only the kill on the Brett. That is going to be 15-8. Wildcard on match and map point. And I guess we will see if we can get the Fluffy Aimers comeback or not. All right, well, it's a good start for Wildcard. Freshie over toward ramp, takes down one, is traded right back by Learsey, though. Brett gonna be the next one to face the fire here. Takes it in stride, puts us into the 3 versus 3. That's gonna make the rest of this a little bit awkward. Hits on all 3 CT players here. Jason spotted out by Squeaky, but will still take down Darty. But Slight ready with the op and Brett with the M4. Make quick work of the remaining players. Fluffy Aimers fall to Wildcard, 16-8. So that is going to be it for us tonight.